Hello, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share some tips on how to structure your response for the overall financial statement level risk assessment. The audit planning memo has four main components: risk, approach, materiality, and procedures. The first step is to assess the overall financial statement level risk. You don't need to separate your analysis into inherent and control risk unless it is specifically requested. In order to achieve a competent grade, your response should include the following. First, you need to identify the risk factors that either increase or decrease risk of material misstatement, the RMM. Keep in mind we are talking about the overall financial statement here, rather than the individual accounts or transactions. For each of the factors, you need to explain why it is a risk, why it increased or decreased risk. Finally, you need to conclude on the overall RMM, which may be low, moderate, or high. We will look at a weak example, which I totally made up. Here, I didn't explain the risk, and I didn't conclude on the RMM. Instead of just listing the factors, it is important to explain how they impact risk. Also, it is not sufficient to just say the risk has changed. It is important to conclude whether it is low, moderate, or high. In the second example, I identified the risk factors and I explained how they impact risk of material misstatement. For instance, instead of just saying new bookkeeper, I add that the new bookkeeper is not familiar with complex transactions, which increase the likelihood of errors on financial statements. Also, I conclude that the RMM was moderate. The objective is to discuss a sufficient number of risk factors. Please remember you don't need to include all the factors that you identified. You just need to write enough to get a C, so that you have time to address other requirements. I would recommend using bullet points to structure your analysis and consider both increasing and decreasing factors. Finally, don't forget to conclude on the RMM. Most likely, you need to get a Y on this conclusion MPI in order to get a competent grade. Thank you for watching this video. I wish you all the best with your CPA journey.